5 tips and tricks for Paralives to bring your build from showroom to somewhere you would actually want to live. Tip number 1 is Alt is going to become your best friend. At the moment, you can see the windows only kind of like snap to a grid, but if we hold down the Alt button, we can actually move things anywhere we want. And this obviously doesn't just come with windows. If we're designing spaces like kitchens, for example, if we slide this across the counter, it does automatically snap to the little sections. But if we hold down Alt, that box disappears, allowing us to move things exactly how we want them. So we can put them up here if we want to, and we can put a loads more clutter. As well as Alt, we also have the option to hold down the left click button to rotate items this way too. But just make sure you have it in the vague sort of area that you want it to be in, but you can just go click on it again to slide stuff about. But Alt and the left click button are definitely going to come in handy as you make your build. Tip number 2 is that you're not stuck with standard sizing, so go experiment. So here is some window. We can make it like this. We can make it floor length if we want to, some a really big build like this, or we can bring it up and make it skinnier or as small as you want. Basically, you're not stuck to standard sizes, which is great because it doesn't just work with windows and things. It also works with furniture. For example, here is some curtains. Let's slide these over. Let's have a little look. But you can see standard wise, they are just too short. So we can actually drag this down. We could have it floor length if we wanted to. And there you go. We have a floor length curtains. Another good example is actually kitchens. So it can put down our little objects where we need them. Let's shove down a cooker as well. We're not going to snap it to the grid. We're going to make sure it's a weird off size. And we're going to go into these counters and get something in the gap. So let's pick these green ones. All right, let's plop it here into our counter. We can slide it as far or as short as we want it. So we have ones that fit there. We can move like this one over a bit. There we go, just to prove it even further. And it just snaps to fill in these gaps. So they can make any size basically you want. And then of course, you can go and put in the bits you need. Like we can put in sinks. These gaps give you more clutter room if you want to. But there is a sink and basically you can make fully customized kitchens and objects. Tip number 3 is to mirror your items. Sometimes the item just looks perfect. It's exactly how we want it. We've stretched it to the size we want it to be. It's as long as we want, but we just wish it was flipped the other way. So if we go down the bottom, there is actually a flip item tool which will allow things to move to different directions. This works on things such as doors as well. We can flip them that way. We can also like switch them to be on the other side of the wall. So that's like an inside and an outside. However, this doesn't work with every single item. So we have the bats here. They can be flipped because they're like a wall decoration, but things like the sword, in fact, don't actually have that option. So if we go down to these little 3 buttons down here, click more and then toggle advanced transform tool, we actually have these things here. So if we grab the blue one, we can swap it all the way around the wall we want. So let's say we're going to do it that way. If we wanted to, we could grab the red one. We can move it in this direction, which, we're not going to do. It is a sword. But we have loads of different options to like flip things on its back. So if we wanted, for example, want to stick it on the table, we absolutely can. It's a little bit more fiddly, but things aren't just stuck in the way we want it to be. Like this sword, naturally, would never allow us to put it through a table because it wants to be placed on the wall. But with those advanced options, we have every opportunity to make them like this. So enjoy your creative building that way. Tip number 4 is to put in your very own customized paintings. So when you get them out of the menu, they look like this. If you go into it, you go right down to the bottom, there is a little image. You can, of course, pick from the complete stock ones, or you can import your very own ones like this. So what you do is you go into it, you go into your menu, the change item, you go down into this little circle at the bottom, you go find the location of your things, here we go, and then you shove it in, like confirm, and there we have the picture. You can resize to make things fit if you want to. You can change the borders width as well to give you a little bit more space if you want it that sort of style. But there's loads of different things you can add. You could get really creative with all of these signs, such as a door plaque, or you could even make a house sale sign. Honestly, your imagination is the only thing that's holding you back. So have a go and see where you can put all of these amazing paintings. Tip number 5 is to change your floor orientations. This can be a very annoying visual thing that can bug a lot of people, but there is a very easy way to fix this. You just need to click on your offender. You go down to this button here, which is the change floor orientation. You then spin it to how you want it to be, click off of that menu, and voila, you have perfectly matching floors. So there you go, guys. There's 5 tips and tricks to hopefully bring your house from a little less showroom to more lived in. If these have been handy, please do leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. Hit that like as well and subscribe for more because I've loads more tips and tricks to share with you in the future. Until the very next episode, guys, have a great rest of your day, and I cannot wait to share with you some more of this building journey.